This is the second poem from the December 2021. It was posted Thursday, December the 2nd, 2021. It is number, anachronism number 3440, and it has an epigraph by Madam X. I know who Madam X is, probably. I would hope, anyway. That would be Madonna. It's a moniker that she's been using as of late, or she was using for a while. Music makes the people... ... A whole bunch of people said that once, and isn't it more true than just about anything else? Also, might you describe for me, and for any of the folks here in our studio, as well as anyone out there who might be tuned in and just the least bit curious, how any of this might be quantified? I'm just kidding. Because that'd be entirely unnecessary. I know I am being less than clear here, and not that this will help, but this week I found myself in a very odd place, by which I mean that every day of this week as I wake up, I have been clearly identifying, explaining, so that pretty much anyone can grasp some timely, for me, problem or another. And then clearly laying out a fix, a viable, always confoundingly simple solution, explaining exactly what it would take to correct this gross malfeasance, this massive humanitarian disaster. This is a very true story, by the way. What? But seriously, if you would just hear me out for a minute, I mean, I'd wake up and this would happen, yes. I would be talking answers to the world's problems. Just a lower year ago. But seriously, if you would just hear me out for a minute, I made up my mind as if in realization that this sort of thing was way too difficult, if not downright impossible for me. I decided a very long time ago that I couldn't change the world. Found it impossible to take any of our, let's call them institutional problems, to take any of the too numerous problems that face humanity, that's us here in the universe, that's home, then to paint a verbal picture, provide some backup evidence of said problem's existence, including laying out in a clear fashion to all of the rest of us the magnitude of the relative harm that said problem provides to us, each and all, by invariably crushing or pulverizing our combined materiality most assuredly and steadily into dust, blowing out the dust of us, so to speak, regularly, daily. The import of the problem. See, I've already lost you. I'm not the guy to do this. That's what I've been... What I am saying, I realized a long while back, and not at all the most effective human to clearly present the problem, provide the evidence of it. Providing the evidence of problems of such magnitude still seems laughable. I mean, wouldn't we all know it's a problem? But that's not even the most profound light bulb in all of this for me, which would be, I repeat, providing evidence of the problem and its severity, because I'm too close to the problem. What? Well, no. I mean, yeah, I'm too close to it. That's certain. But to them, I mean, there are a lot of problems that affect negatively our entire cumulative livelihood, liveliness, our lives, it turns out. And I simply don't have enough voice. But what I've been realizing so giddily as I wake up every day this week presenting my case in some sort of transition of presenting my case aloud from or within some sort of dream state, and to whom? To one in which, albeit in a room wherein only I live, posing a clear thesis, laying the whole thing out so that even the last of us, the least of us, me, so that I might actually get it, and then smoothly and articulately finish the whole thing off, and by this time the dream state has completely dissipated and I'm hearing my voice reach up to the small rectangular ceiling of my coffin-sized apartment. Seeing my voice reach out because I'm awake and what I am saying is clear, makes sense. And I'm literally making the noises of it all, lying in my broken down and very real, isn't it? Bed. Well, those highfalutin occupations of sure relative import that that I tell myself, have told myself for as far back as I can remember, because for some reason I've proven this to myself, that these occupations of import, I've told myself that I'm simply not the right man for the job. Too impossible. Requires too much patience. Just do not have the right kind of intuition. But, well, it turns out I'm a late bloomer, and that we're always picking up a few new tricks, right? Aren't we? Am I? Our choices are not as limited as our little heads imagine. Imagination is limitless. Or we just imagine something too true, like laziness, right? Do I? So, music. There are songs upon which I dwell, but, oh hell, I could present this playlist to you so that we might feel familial. We are family. It's the obvious stuff that's the hardest to clearly relay, so that a kindergartner might get clear as day, palm slapped to the forehead like, why didn't I think of that like? Well, I blew it again. But if you'd been here this morning, we might be well on our way to solving all of humanity's problems. I suppose there's always tomorrow, but boy, wouldn't that be something? Art, not thought. And here's what I put as my picture for that particular